Hello, it's Richard Bowser here from Property Investor News, and today I am in Elstree in London, and I'm at the Landlord Investment Show, and I've come across Ben Beadle, who is the Chief Executive of the National Residential Landlords Association. So, Ben, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How's it going?
Yeah, it's been good. Really good attendance here, and I've just sat and listened to your latest talk. I'm well aware that you are on a series of talks around the country explaining to your members of the National Residential Landlords Association what's happening, and in particular the concerns around the Renters Reform Bill. So, having listened to you for 30 minutes, Ben, let's just give our audience a quick snapshot of how you feel this is progressing.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of concern.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. Yeah, we share that concern, and our job is to make sure that we convey that concern, and really kind of shape the bill that in a way that's going to work for the responsible majority. So, what I heard out there was concerns about Section 21.
Yeah.
Generally, people content with the revised grounds that they've got, but massive concerns over the court's ability to be able to process those claims in a reasonable time frame. And obviously, we've been doing a lot of lobbying recently on this very point because it's a concern that we share. The reforms will not work if the courts cannot adapt and modernise, and that's a problem.
And the timetable ahead, because obviously this is dragging on. Do you think it will get the second reading this autumn in the House of Parliament? In the Commons?
I feel like it's a mug's game guessing now, Richard, to be honest with you. The earliest it can be, as I understand it, will be the middle of October. We're obviously got the Conservative Party conference next week that I'll be at. We've then got the Labour conference the week after. We're expecting the Minister, McLean, to respond to the Select Committee on a number of points. But the second reading, we see lots of things sort of playing out in the media about what we will see and when we will see it. All I can say is, they will announce it whenever they want to announce it. We must use that time to be able to, write to our MPs, write to Gove, write to ministers and express concern about court reform and about the court service ability to be able to operate in the new world. There's a big opportunity for listeners to really get on board with some of our campaigning here. And as you saw in the room, a genuine willingness to want to do that. And I would encourage anybody listening to this to look at the Write to My MP section of the website, look at some of the templates that we've got. Write to your MP, tell them about your concerns. No one else is going to do it for you.
No, so it really is down to the landlord community, to get their voice heard, and this is an opportunity. It's all very well one particular individual in that room that is very vocal, but if that 105,000 members that the NRLA has really, then it could make a big difference.
It will make a massive difference, and we can't sit back and just let these things happen. What we heard in there is that actually landlords are generally on board with the direction of travel. Big issues around supply, big issues around taxation, but that's not going to be helped by the Renters Reform Bill. But we need to get the Renters Reform Bill right, and the best way of being able to do that is to engage our elected representatives to supplement the work that we are doing, and do it and get active, get out there, tell them what you're worried about.
There we are. So the URL for the National Residential Landlords Association?
NRLA.org.uk, Write to My MP section under policy. That's where to head.
Okay, well, that's what we need to do. And finally, you mentioned about the student sector and people's concerns. I know that you're a student landlord yourself, Ben.
Yeah, well, I mean, the periodic tenancy as is proposed will be a big change no matter what sector you're in. It's particularly relevant to the student sector because obviously renters lose the predictability of when a property is going to become available, and these things generally run from summer to summer. That is a sector that works well.
Yes.
There is nothing to fix. So leave it alone. Don't touch it. No. Don't touch it. And we are pushing this very, very forcefully. I hope to see an amendment as the bill makes its passage. But I would urge landlords, whether they're student landlords or not, to get involved in the matters that are concerning them, be it periodic tenancies, be it Section 21, be it court reform. There are so many things in this bill that we need to make sure that we are conveying. And there's a big opportunity now, Richard, with an election in the next
Yes,
12
absolutely.
months,
Yes.
conference season, Gove coming to our conference
Indeed.
on the 24th of October. Massive opportunity to get voices heard, and we mustn't miss that opportunity.
There we are. Ben, thanks for your time today.
Pleasure.
It's Richard Bowser, Property Investor News with Ben Beadle, Chief Executive, the NRLA. Thank you.